right, y'all. I'm making this video dedicated pretty much to MJ, man. I mean, why am I making this video? I know there's a lot of other people that making videos on YouTube and shit like that, you know, like BBC made a video about Michael Jackson and shit, and you know, he kind of has a similar take on it as me, man. Like, first of all, Michael Jackson, he's my favorite artist, he's my favorite entertainer. He has made just, I mean, come on, he's a legend of music, not just the king of pop or whatever, music overall. He has pioneered many things. People before him have done it as well, such as James Brown, you know, Jackie Wilson. You know, there's many people in groups, Temptations, you know, that have, I mean, come on, it's legendary music, and it really is a shame that he passed away. And I mean, there's really not words to I mean, it just really sucks, man. It really does. I grew up listening to Michael Jackson. You know, my parents actually grew up with him and everything, you know, really listening to his music. You know, when I was growing up, he was still active, you know, making his music like all the time and everything, and fucking just outstanding music that has a real message and meaning. And you know, nowadays there's really not any music that has any true message. There's no music that has any meaning. Like, okay, first of all, I do love hip-hop. I enjoy hip-hop music. But at the same time, I look at it and I see that it really has no purpose besides a very few artists. You know, those few great artists such as, you know, your Tupacs, your Biggies, your Puns. You know, there are exceptions when it comes to hip-hop artists that, you know, when they pass or when they make these great CDs, that, you know, they do have this message, and you know, they're a very iconic figure. But everybody else, pretty much, man, I mean, they're nobody special. I mean, you know, besides the names that I've named in hip hop, you know, there are several other ones such as Mos Def, Talib Kweli, AZ, you know, rappers that are out there sending a message, not a negative message, but a positive message, something that really kind of, I mean, it can be inspirational, uplifting, whatever. It doesn't always have to be about, you know, tearing shit up or whatever. I mean, music has just really been on a huge like landslide, just downfall. And the fact that Michael Jackson has now passed away, I mean, it's very big fucking news for anybody, period, that loves music, man. It really is. And you know, I see it on the news. They got it all over the news and everything. And you know, there's certain people that are, you know, on Twitter or whatever like that, you know, saying that like his death is meaningless compared to what's happening in Iraq and stuff like that. Could you please, you know, even if for a few minutes, to, you know, revert back to that. And the thing is that they have been doing that, but like, I'm not trying to say anything against what's happening in Iraq and everything. That's definitely huge. That's big shit. But when you got someone such as Michael Jackson passing away, I mean, he's an icon. You know, he is a figurehead. He is someone that people, probably soldiers in Iraq, jamming to Michael Jackson. I mean, you know, he is a trendsetter. He is a revolutionary. You know, I mean, he has brought people up when people were down. You know, I mean, just by his music. You know, I mean, everybody's seen his concerts. If you haven't seen videos of his concerts, I mean, people are passing out over this guy. Like, they're being carried out of the fucking concerts for Michael Jackson. I mean, he's just not your regular person. I mean, he was an extremely talented guy. Now, when it came to music, now, I mean, people will want to go ahead and, you know, discredit him because of his last 10 to 12 years of him just messing up his whole lifestyle with the child abuse and all that stuff. I mean, I'm the type of person that believes in separating the man from the music in a way. You know, his music speaks to me in huge volumes. Him personally was, I mean, that was something totally fucking different. But, like, his music has, I mean, it's changed me as an individual growing up. I mean, that quality of music that you hear from him and from all these other legends, I mean, come on, Ray Charles, like, Stevie Wonder, like, we don't have quality nowadays. All we have really is shit. Like we are going into a cesspool of music. And just like BBC said, is that we really need to come out with legends. We don't, I mean, nowadays there's no legacies being born, you know? All of our music is very generic or just garbage. It really is. I mean, I'm speaking about this from a very open mind now. I mean, you got to really sit down and truly think about it. You might sit down and really enjoy that rap song, you know what I'm saying, that R&B track, all this shit. But honestly, it ain't shit compared to what was. It really is nothing. It's nothing compared to Michael Jackson's music. It really isn't. I mean, it might get you up, dancing, whatever. I mean, all that fucking garbage music it is today, the garbage music that I'm into right now, it's just stupid, man. I mean, it's all about baby making shit. It's fucking, it's just dumb, man. I'll wet up your shirt. I mean, and it's not just with hip hop. It's with everything. Don't think I'm just singling out hip hop. I mean, it's with fucking rock and roll, alternative. I mean, it's with everything across the board. You know, there's nothing really predominantly being made to the fact that you can say, yeah, that motherfucker's gonna go down in history for his music. No, man. There will always be good bands, great bands, but when you're talking about that single moment in music history, you will always remember Michael Jackson. Your kids will know who Michael Jackson is. Just like, I mean, you know, your little kid, he knows who the fuck Mario is. Why is that? Because Mario is Mario. Michael Jackson is Michael Jackson. I mean, it just is what it is, man. And it's a shame that these legends are dying like they are today, man. It really is. I mean, I mean, death is something that just happens, man. It can happen at any time. But, I mean, you really don't wish it on nobody. And it's just a shame that it happened to Michael Jackson at this time. It really is. I mean, honestly, he was a young guy. Everybody's like, oh, you're young when you're fucking 20s, 30s. Nah, man, this guy was 50 years old. He was young, man. That was a young cat. And he was about to come out with his comeback tour and everything with his music. And shit, man, it sucks. It really fucking sucks, man. But, alright, y'all. This is Shampoo. Just letting y'all know that MJ, rest in peace. Everybody is gonna love Michael Jackson music. If you haven't, for some reason, really listened to Michael Jackson music, you owe it to yourself to really sit down and listen to this man's words, his music, his vibes, everything, man. I mean, his music is truly, truly unforgettable. But alright, y'all, this is Shampoo. Peace out.